Hey, I'm Lauren. My friends call me Lo, and this is Whoa Lo. I'm known at Delish for making giant food, and today I'm gonna make a huge bagel.
2, 3, go.
Yes! I've made giant food in the past, like a giant breakfast sandwich and a giant Italian sub. And for those, I just did this really cool hack where I took refrigerated French bread dough, put it in a bundt pan, and baked it. That was sandwich bread. We're talking a bagel. I want this to be a real bagel, so I'm gonna make actual bagel dough. Stand mixer makes things really easy. If you don't have one, you can knead by hand, but you need to be ready to work. I'm gonna start by measuring the bread flour. I have it down that I need 8 cups of bread flour. So I bet you're probably wondering, when would you ever need to make a giant bagel? And my answer for that is for brunch on the weekend. I'm hoping the bagel's like this big, and if you serve a bagel like that, then people are going to love you forever. Flour is measured. I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons of instant yeast, and now I'm gonna measure out 4 teaspoons of salt, barley, malt syrup. If you can't find it, you can totally sub in honey. All right, last but not least is the water, 3 cups. And this is all going in at once. There's no stirring and then adding stuff. It's just everything needs together all at once. So this is gonna take a good 10-15 minutes. Starting it off like on medium until the dough all the flour stops exploding everywhere. Just kidding. Starting it on low. We're just gonna hang out for 10 minutes. Look at how far up it's walked on the counter. It's going to attack somebody.
Say, I've definitely seen that before. I've actually let a KitchenAid crash twice in a kitchen.
Wow. I actually think we're ready. I'm gonna take it out. We're gonna grease the bowl so it doesn't totally stick. And we're gonna let it rise in a warm spot for about 1.5 to 2 hours. I don't think it necessarily needs to double in size, but it should get bigger. And we've turned on a low oven, or an oven to low heat, just because it's freezing in the kitchen right now, and we just want to speed up the whole process. So, thank you, Jen.
Yeah. I think we just have the oven's off, and we're just gonna keep the light on in here.
Got it. Need more space. All right. Stretchy, like a good sign. Just gonna cover this with plastic wrap and hope for the best. Good luck. Let's see how he's doing. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
I think it definitely rose. So let's try to shape this into a bagel.
Wow.
Okay. Greasing that. It's really soft. It smells nice and yeasty. I'm not sure if I should have this. This is the biggest sheet tray that will fit in our oven. So it can't be bigger than this. I think I have to have it, right?
Well, if it can't rise beyond this width, I don't think it's gonna work.
Yeah.
But I'd be curious to see, punch that down and see how much the dough actually.
Okay. I'm just gonna dump it on this.
Let's do it.
All right. It's, I'm gonna actually flour my hands a little bit.
I don't think we've ever had to cook anything this big before.
To this record. All right, so if you're making a normal bagel, the next step would be to shape this into a ball and let it proof for another 30 minutes, and they would puff slightly. I'm not sure how much of a ball I can really get this into. He's not gonna be a smooth round ball.
Can I tuck it? Let me see.
Do this. We're covering this with plastic wrap. Doesn't go back in the oven, 30 minutes, just hanging out, room temp. Chilling while you make your seasoning and your cream cheese. So I'm starting with black sesame seeds, and I'm using a mixture of both black and white. I like the way they look. I think it looks really cool and pretty. Minced garlic, minced onions, also key. Poppy seeds I think is left, and flaky sea salt. It's gotta be salty. That's our proofing done. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna mix this. This is looking really pretty. This looks like everything's seasoning. Now it is time to boil the bagel. So bagels are boiled because they need to develop a crust before they're baked, and so they're only boiled for a few minutes. They'll float to the top in a pot, and it's usually boiled in a mixture of water and barley malt syrup. It gives it, before it goes into the oven, it helps develop that beautiful brown crust. Our bagel is not going to fit in a pot. We don't have a pot big enough, so I am boiling water in these 2 pots over there. I'm going to pour both of the boiling pots of water into a big roasting pan. I cannot see. This looks interesting. I'm gonna stir in the barley syrup too. I'll just add this. This is our poaching liquid, and this gives bagel that distinct taste. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to get the bagel out of here. I'm going to rely heavily on June for that part. We're gonna shape this guy first. This is our bouncy, beautiful bagel dough. And my plan is to punch a hole in it. So I'm stretching it apart a little bit, not too much. Wow, that bagel, June. I mean, that bump.
Air bubbles, that's what you want to see.
So the plan is drop this into the simmering water and poach it. The question is how to get it into the pan and how to get it out of. Then it comes back on the baking sheet, immediately gets the seasoning, and goes into a 400-degree oven.
I feel confident moving it in. I don't feel confident moving it out.
Right. Agreed.
Mackenzie, do we have any silicone gloves?
We've come so far.
I say we just go for it.
It might be a 3-person job, to be honest.
I'll get through the ring, and then you go in with 2 spatulas from both sides, and I try to support it from the other side.
I'm gonna grab a 3rd person just in case.
Okay, guys.
All right, let's do it.
So I'm coming from the side.
Well, I think
for now,
first
we're
we'll
just gonna use hands.
Oh.
Ready?
You okay?
Yeah.
Where's
I
that
think-
ladle?
Yeah, we need to spoon. So it's floating, which is a really good sign. I don't know why, but it's supposed to float, and it's floating. The crust is forming. Crust is forming. So you can see, like June said, it's sealing. You can see where the crust is forming, and we just want to seal it all before we bake it.
Ready to lift, guys?
Yeah. I'm gonna spray this one more time
Liberally.
because
Very,
it's
very,
gonna be like
very
glue, this solution on here, and June is gonna hook the middle. Mackenzie and I are gonna
Go in from north,
Go
south,
in.
west, east.
yes.
Never eat
June,
soggy
here,
waffles.
I'll go on this. I'll be west and south.
Ready? 1,
No.
2, 3. Go. Yes! Okay, cool.
Challenge.
Seasoning!
No oil, no egg
No
wash,
oil,
nothing?
no.
All right.
Seasoning.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Mackenzie.
Mackenzie. Whew. Into the.
Malden? More Malden? Did you say more salt?
Yeah, I did say more salt. Freaking out right now.
Let's bake this.
Bake it.
Can't wait.
Just want to take a quick picture of it.
Time is of the essence.
Ah!
What are
Before.
you doing? I'll open.
You got it? Thank you. Okay.
All right, here we go. Timer?
Yes. I'm just gonna start checking on it in 20 minutes. Usually it's 425, I think. This is a huge, massive bagel, so we're gonna bake it at slightly a lower temperature. But I think we might be good.
Oh my gosh.
That was the most fun I've had all month. It's been 20 minutes, which is the time that normal bagels would take to cook. I'm anticipating that this is gonna need more time in the oven, but I'm gonna take the temperature. June says 190 degrees is the temperature I'm looking for. So, wait, oh my God, we're at 183, 185.
Yeah, definitely wait. To be on the safe side, I would even go like 195.
195, okay. Things are good. Okay, I should close this. 10 more minutes. It is time. Boom.
Do we think it's cooked on the inside?
This is reading 208.
Wow, okay.
This is extremely hot. With the regular bagel, you want to let them cool, I think, for at least 30 minutes, an hour. So I'm gonna let it just hang again. There's a lot of hanging during this recipe. And we're gonna make a really good whipped cream cheese with scallion inside. Scallion cream cheese is the best type of cream cheese, and it's so easy. You're just gonna whip cream cheese with a hand mixer and slice up some scallion. I think the cream cheese is done, and I'm just gonna slice some tomatoes, slice some red onions, get my lox ready, and then it's time to cut that bad boy in half. So June for scale.
I don't even know how anyone's gonna eat this, honestly.
I'm gonna cut this in half. I'm gonna put it in the oven just for a few minutes just to get a little bit toasty on top, and then we're gonna assemble everything. So let's hope I don't screw it up at the very end. Stab it. Things are sounding good. 1, 2, 3. It's baked through! And I'm actually glad I did this because now I can try.
Oh my gosh. Yeah? Oh, it feels nice.
It tastes like a bagel.
It's really fluffy. It is very fluffy. I'm very surprised.
It doesn't matter the temperature. I'm just gonna do 350, I think. And I'm gonna say like 5 minutes, just until it's starting, just to crisp up on the outside. Smells amazing. Oh yeah. I'm just gonna take a big old scoop. Slide it right down. Can you just look at those beautiful waves of cream cheese? And now it's just everything else. So I think I'm gonna build this as a sandwich. This is like 5 packages of smoked salmon. Pepper. Let's do some onion, some tomato, and some capers, which I feel like people are gonna hate.
I love capers.
Hate me.
Who are these people?
Women of truth. It's the classic New York bagel, just supersized. I think I nailed it. I think we nailed it. Oh my gosh. Should we figure out how much this weighs?
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try to support it without affecting the weight.
10 pounds.
Without the sheet tray?
Wait, so 8 pounds. 8 pounds.
Chelsea! I didn't mean to.
10 pounds.
Without the sheet tray?
Wait, so 8 pounds. 8 pounds.
Chelsea! I'm taking a vacation, guys. Oh, God.
Good.
You're good. I'm not good.
I've never seen June so upset. I am so stoked to see what the team has to say. Giant bagel.
Are you guys ready?
This is incredible. It's a bagel. It's a real bagel.
You're so happy.
I'm really
It's like the fluffiest bagel I've like ever had.
I know.
So good.
I'm freaking out.
So thumbs up?
Thumbs up.
Feel good.
It's so good.